All right, well, I think I'm probably gonna give it a minute, and then we'll see what's going on. Get some people in here if they're around. If not, then we'll get through. Need to talk about the FBI today, so I guess I don't know whether they're in here or not right now, but welcome to my new case officer, whoever that may be. Second here. I'm gonna do a quick update on what's going on with the Truth or Bust Colorado branch. It's kind of exciting. All right, so just over a minute. There's a few of you in here. Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming in. Both people that are here now and the people that pop in later. Want to drop a quick update from Colorado. Truth or Bust mission continues with some interesting twists and turns. So first thing, again, rest in peace to Lee Keltner. I am actually working with some people, some Anons, and some people that knew Lee. So they are expressing the fact that the murder of Lee is not gonna get passed by, even though if you look in the media right now in Denver, kind of and nationally, it doesn't seem like anybody's really dialing in yet on the connections that the Anon community is making regarding the shooter and how the media is covering it. So I'm not gonna do a bunch of analysis on that. There are people out there doing that, and maybe if some of you want to drop, I don't know if that's appropriate or not, to drop that type of information in the comments below. If that helps people, then that's great. Share that information, obviously. So I need to give an update on my personal situation. I now have I have confirmed FBI involvement in my life, apparently. I guess I always suspected it, thanks to the corruptness of the previous itinerations of the FBI and who knows the current level of corruption being out of it. But my brother, who is very afraid, peculiarly so, of QAnon, and my wife, who split in June for whatever reasons, they got together, and actually the soon-to-be ex-wife used the brother to get him worked up, and they called the FBI about Mike Mullins, about me, and said that a few things. One, that they were concerned that I was a threat to 9 News, which everything that I've done, and not only with 9 News, but in general, has been transparent and open. People that have worked with me in person have known where I'm at. I've told them all of my associations so that they can make decisions, and I don't ever dox anybody. So 9 News knows who I am, and I've had comms with 9 News. So if you know the history of that, it's pretty ridiculous. I'm not a fan of 9 News. I'm not a fan of Mockingbird. I want to end Mockingbird, and I'm finding solutions to do that. But like I said in the video yesterday, peaceful, legal, maybe creative, maybe savage, but peaceful and legal methods. So we're gonna need a new. Hey there. We're gonna need a new system of a lot of things, and investigative journalism and media is one of them. And the guys at 9 News, Chris, Jeremy, Kyle, we've already had these communications. So no big deal, just a little bit of science fiction fantasy in my very vengeful brother's fucking head for whatever reason. So we'll make it a learning curve for us. So I found this out. There was also reports that I'm planning on taking over towns. So that's fun. That's fun because that's science fiction, and it's going to lead me to be able to talk about exactly what is going on there too, which is a fun story. And So that's why the FBI is looking at me. So hello to my new case officer, if you're here. Let's talk. I've got some questions too, honestly. I'm media now, so I'm curious. Do you have any public thoughts about the QAnon memo that was leaked from the Arizona field office and then discredited by even a mainstream media site? Do you have any public comment on the case of Austin Steinbart, who, if you're going to investigate me over QAnon, that guy is sitting in prison, claims to be QAnon. So I've been trying to cover that story because Mockingbird Media won't. And how about the DIA operation that's running? We've got an election coming up, and there's a DIA operation running in the streets of in the streets of America. So it seems pretty likely that that should be looked into. So just wondering if you guys have public comment about any of that. I'm very transparent. I'm very open. Happy to discuss anything with the FBI or any other law enforcement. So there's that. So just a little family glitch. So no worries, no concerns. We definitely assumed last week that the FBI was paying attention. So, you know. So I've been talking about and hinting at almost, it maybe seemed like I was hinting at some new systems that are going to eradicate forms of central authority in a lot of different arenas. And the reason that I've been talking about that in kind of hints and shades is because honestly, I'm still learning it. Thank you, Clear Comms, appreciate it. Once trying to wrap my brain around quantum computing and quantum internet during our investigation into Austin Steinbart and the Steinbart Media Group. Getting my brain wrapped around that led to some other things, and that search to truth led to meeting some people. And now that's gotten me involved in what's a blockchain blog. And I need to let people who are following me and my friends know that that is where the majority of my communications are going to be going forward. I'm still learning it. I'm still trying to get my brain wrapped around what it was, but my brother calling the FBI and reporting me as a threat and it getting back to me that had happened caused me to realize that it could be any time where I could get that authoritative knock on my door. Or who knows, maybe a pre-dawn raid like happened to Austin Steinbart, and maybe we got flashbangs coming. So I've been working with I'm going to describe him as a visionary, whose name is Frank Bacon, science fiction writer, as well as some other things. And I want to be very careful here because this man has got a very fascinating story, and I'm looking forward to telling it. So while we're fighting this war, that's also something that I'm working on. My truth journey has brought me to Mr. Bacon, and I appreciate him and the information that he's chosen to help provide me. So the reason that I bring that up is because when the FBI coming through the door became a consideration, and going back again to John Tegan, what they do to him with a high patriotic hero profile. They called him a white supremacist for the Patriot muster and then knocked him off social media, made it harder for him to defend himself. So this technology and my truther friends, my QAnon follower friends who've been with it for a while, some of my good friends will appreciate why this is a big deal for me. Frank Bacon was working with Isaac Kappy at the time of Isaac's death, and this technology was something that they were trying to work on getting set up for comms. So I was forced to wrap my brain around the value of this system while I was trying to learn it immediately, thanks to my brother and his silly decisions. Because the whole point is, if I put a post on Facebook about what's going on and they want to take me out or put me in jail, or they just go there and they scrub the internet and they have access to Facebook and they can say whatever they want about me and make it go away. This blockchain blog is not that. It's different. It's immutable. It takes 3 seconds to get the data out. There's no gatekeepers on the information. So that's what I did last night, and you can read that post if you'd like to get more information on that and kind of see the tone of it. Because now I didn't have to worry about it. They could have come and they could have gotten me, and at least I would have had that out there that, hey, y'all, I've been picked up because my soon-to-be ex-wife and my lunatic brother made bad decisions. So, and I got that out there and it was out. So who knows? If you can't see the value of the comms there, then it's probably not for you. But I will be posting most of my information. I'll be keeping people updated there as far as writing. Far less than, you won't find me on Twitter because I got banned. I think 9 News had me knocked off of Twitter. And I'm going to be less involved in Facebook because I'm learning more and more about how that works. Even if you are there using it against itself, there's still risks psychologically with the technology that's used against us on Facebook. So if you need to get information to me, if you need to get a hold of me, hey, what's going on, Marcus? Nice to see you guys in the room. I appreciate you for sure. So if you wanna check out my profile, I guess, and I'm still learning it. I got forced into it quicker than I expected. So fortunately, I have people that are really solid on it, know what they're doing. But you just have to go to hive.blog/@MikeMullins, and that's Mullins, Mullens. So that's where I will be. That's where I'll be keeping my people most updated with what I've got going on. And I also recommend it as a part of a blockchain community. The security there for the personal individual is beyond what we have anywhere else. So that's definitely worth looking into. It doesn't cost you anything. If you go to my page, hive.blog/@MikeMullins, look at my page, you'll be able to see my posts. You'll be able to see what I'm doing there. It won't cost you anything. You won't have to sign up. They're not asking you for anything. The difference with it is if you do want to engage, and if you are the type of person that wants to engage in those ideas, please do. But then you got to sign up, and that's a little bit tricky. I'm 3 days into it, and honestly, I'm struggling with the technology. I'm pretty old and not computer great, but fortunately, I have new friends who are experts at it. So we'll get it figured out. Let's see, what else do we need to talk about? Austin Steinbart, he did release a new Prison Diaries video. In fact, Marcus is in here. Marcus and Penny did that. And interestingly enough, I got to it the same day I found out my brother called the FBI on me. And Austin is discussing specifically from prison with those guys in that video the state of the current FBI, how all they and Marcus brought up their history of false flags and how they're kind of in charge of that. So since we're talking about that, everybody that came at me when I decided to investigate Austin Steinbart and the Steinbart Media Group and look at it all with kind of an open mind instead of ignoring it like I was, like they tried to shun me into doing. One of the charges that's been made against Austin is plant. So I guess I told some people I'm the canary in a coal mine. I've been with those people. Now I apparently, thanks to a lunatic family decision, I've got the FBI up my ass. So I guess if you're worried about the FBI getting one of us in a false flag, you can get off my back. So everything I do is open, transparent. Everybody who knows me knows that. To my friends here in Denver, we need to get together and coordinate on some things, and it includes exposing the media. It is time for we the people to fight the enemy that the President of the United States has identified as our direct enemy, and that is Mockingbird Media. So I appreciate everybody. Please, if you need to get a hold of me, if you need to get information to me, I guess God bless the Breadcrumbs Project channel and the outlet that they've provided us. If you can get this information to the mods here, I guess I can hope that I'll get it. Hard for me to be on top of email, and I am on the move, so we're going to keep this investigation going. I'm going to keep bringing the information to you, and also, wow, do I have some stories. So check out hive.blog. It's blockchain information. It's going to be a transition. It's a transition kind of technology. So when you're involved in something where you can see where we're going to end up, it's interesting when you find visionaries that see the in-between. So that's the story I'm going to try and bring you. It's the truth of Truth or Bust 2020. And again, as far as the FBI goes, the questions I have for the FBI, since now they may have questions for me, revolve around Austin Steinbart, the QAnon memo, and this DIA operation. So let's talk. I'm open. Hopefully you guys can be too. God bless everybody that stopped into here, and I will have more for you soon. So love you all. Where we go one, we go all.